Hello everybody and welcome to this vlog about coaching process. For this vlog I have videoed an entire training session of myself as a coach. For the sake of my athlete I have chosen to do the session in the language they speak. So I will voice over my comments if necessary. The objective of this vlog is to reflect upon my coaching ability and improve certain behavior to become a better coach in the future. So let's take a brief look at my session. Okay, that was very quick. But, as you may have seen, something went wrong. The last event was an event that I could handle a bit better, in my opinion. So let's take a closer look at that event. As you can see in the footage, I'm explaining the athlete what kind of exercises she needs to do in her training session. But unfortunately, I'm doing that quite poorly. Because the demonstration and explanation I provide is not sufficient. The first exercise I demonstrate her is a lunge in place. So let's take a look at what happens during that explanation. I'm trying to demonstrate the lunge by giving an example, which is a good thing because examples and demonstration can help the athlete to learn, but when I freeze the footage you can clearly see the athlete isn't looking when I'm performing the lunge. I didn't pay attention to the athlete and I didn't check if the athlete was looking or not. This is a mistake. This is a mistake because research about skill acquisition show that demonstration is key. It's called observational learning and it was discovered by Bandura. And he says attention is the first sub-process in observational learning. Without proper attention, observational learning cannot be achieved. Obviously this makes sense, because without attention you can learn something. But I did not pay attention to the athlete paying attention to me. Which means a learning opportunity is wasted. And that's a shame. So now let's take a look at the second movement I tried to explain to the athlete. The barbell step up. As you can clearly see, I'm doing it in a very strange way. I'm not using a barbell, I'm just using my hands and I'm using the sill against a window to explain the athlete rather than a box where she needs to perform the movement on. That's strange, and as you can clearly see the athlete asks me something after I performed the movement because it is unclear to her what I demand for her. This is something I definitely need to improve, and when I think about it, it's something I do quite often. I say, imagine this is a box, imagine this is a Swiss ball. Which is bad. I could probably just be more patient, gather the material and give proper demonstration. And again, this mistake is a stupid mistake because demonstration can stimulate the mirror neurons in the brain. Which means that when looking at a movement, learning already happens. So when I demonstrate a movement in an incorrect way or in a strange way, like I did when I performed the step up on the sill, I'm wasting an opportunity to let the mirror neurons learn the movement before actually performing the movement. And obviously I experienced that it wasn't effective because the athlete came to ask me and to show the movement again later in the session. And after I showed it on the block, she understands the movement. So after this reflection, the take-home message for me is that I should be patient and give proper demonstration to all of my athletes all the time. I shouldn't rush the demonstration and say, imagine this, imagine that, but just give proper demonstration. When I think about how I handled the event, I think I found an explanation why I handled it the way I did. Because as you can see, the room is very crowded with athletes. And it was my ambition to have multiple contact times with the athletes during the session. However, by doing that, I was focusing on quantity of attention and contact rather than quality. So in the future I have to remind myself that it's better to have limited contact moments of high quality rather than a lot of contact moments like the event in this video. The last thing I have to say is thank you for watching.